Hi everyone, Alba here. This is going to be my solo walkthrough and guide to the level 18 heroic quest, Dream Conspiracy on Elite. Enjoy. Hi everyone, Warjack here. First we need to step into the inspired quarter that's right off the harbor. And then we're going to have to step into this smaller area where we're going to pick up the first quest in this chain. Okay, the first one's called Dream Conspiracy, and it's the first one you need to flag for the quests that come after it. They have this hidden entrance in a roundabout. You have to find it. This area on to the left is a place we're going to come back to later. I'm just clearing it out right now. The bloody stains over here on the floor, just like a spinning blade trap. I don't know, it's supposed to like chop up the mice or something, I don't know. Later you'll see where those blood stains are coming from. This door is locked until you kill the mobs that spawn. You notice there's a quarry. It's one of those special dreamlike creatures you see that's stuck on the head of some of these cultists. And if you have true seeing, you'll be able to see it. I like the fact that it's like a little piece of lore that they add based on a ability that you might or might not have. I just think it's very cool. Supposed to go ahead, there's a switch that opens this gate. You can also pick it if you got pick lock. I mean, you have to go through this gate to open up the door, but you don't actually have to pick the lock. Now this is like a trap on the wall to the right. You can see what it does is it gives off this blast that dispels magic. It basically strips you from your buffs temporarily, and that includes stuff like your feather falling, who's an item. It will strip you from it, so it can be very, very powerful. It can I don't know. I think it takes like death ward and stuff away also. So you might be hit by it and not realize what it did to you. So if you're doing this without a trapper, you might want to bring a hireling just to pull that switch for you, so you don't stand too close to the trap and get blasted by it. Can be very annoying. So we've got to protect this guy a few times. I don't actually know what happens if he dies. I assume you fail the quest, but I've never seen it happen. What I'm saying is it's pretty easy to protect him. And he also heals between encounters, so it's not like you have to worry about it, that if you took too much damage now, you're going to be in trouble later. You can see those blood stains on the floor that I was talking about before. Yeah, I'm just climbing up to get rid of the breakables. I used that bookshelf to climb up. There's a theme in this quest. You pull a switch and it opens a door. Like the one over here. Not that it leads to anywhere. It's just for the sake of showing you that that's how it works. Here's that first area where you were at the beginning. I really don't know what the story is, but it doesn't look really good. Anyways, pulling that switch will open up this door. And will let us get back onto the main path. They don't actually do anything, those specters. They only show up later. Anyways, here, as soon as you get into the water, take a short dive and go to the right. There's a valve. This opens up something, an optional later. And just remember it, we'll get to it soon. Anyways, swim underneath this wall. Up over here, you've got this fire elemental. Don't underestimate it. It's not a regular fire elemental, and you can take a lot of damage from it. I guess it's not so hard if you've got evasion. These secret doors are all optionals. You don't have to do them. You get some extra XP for it though. Each one of these doors has also a switch you can pull, or you can pick the lock. I like picking locks, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm not sure what this guy says, I just know he says something with the words peanut butter. See, I told you. Already open, so not going to do much. these characters we're saving right now end up in the end fight. I don't know if saving them right now as part of the optional actually makes any effect on the end fight. It might. I've always saved them, so I don't know. Even if you don't have the ability to pick locks, you always just come over here and find the secret door and then pull the switch. It's good enough. Plus there's a chest over here. It's easy to miss. Anyways, we're done with those optionals. Now we just need to head to the end. Here we've got an interesting trap. One of these trap boxes triggers the trap. Well, it disables the trap to the left, but it triggers the one right in front of you. I guess the right one is the right one to disable first. Again, here's one of those traps that blasts you and takes away all your buffs. You noted those two yellow barriers to the right. We're going to get back to there soon. Here's the guy we defended before, now we have to defend him again. By the way, you can notice the boss has a quarterstaff. Same quarterstaff that I have. Mine's bigger though. Here we've got a boss and a bunch of specters. And the way it will go is every time you kill the boss, another round will spawn. So if you keep on going for the bosses first, the specters will just stay around. And they can also potentially kill your NPC that you need to defend. So just keep that in mind. I still think that the boss that spawns is more dangerous than the spectre, so I just focus on the boss and let the specters keep on spawning. These are the 3 NPCs we saved before, or rescued from the little prisons. They've apparently all been brainwashed and we have to fight them. Or something like that. Anyways, before you talk to the NPC, there's an optional. This optional gives you a big chunk of XP. It's a big portion of the XP of this quest. Now, generally players just skip it, but I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to walk down the stairs, and over here those yellow barriers before, actually it leads to this puzzle. Everybody hates this puzzle because nobody knows how it works, so I'll try to do my best to explain it. Okay, we've got a red door. We've got a door with a red crystal on it. Over here we've got a red crystal on the ceiling. Now we've got this energy, it starts on the floor. Now it's going to wrap around this puzzle. Okay, we need it to go through that red crystal, and then it's going to have to come back once it goes through the red crystal to where it started. Every time you move a tile on the floor, it will move a mirror tile on the ceiling. So if you want to know how to manipulate it so it goes through that red crystal, the answer is the centerpiece and the tiles on one of the 2 sides. That means one side will have to be the way there and the way back. And then the other side, the other half of the puzzle, you can use to like modify or change it. Now there's 4 versions of this puzzle. The red crystal is located every time in a different place. So this is one of those puzzles where you definitely should just get the wiki and cheat and look at it like that. But for now, that's exactly what I'm doing. I've got it print out of the solution. I'm just going to do it. This happens to be the easiest one. This wasn't the one that I practiced though. I actually came in here, practiced. I had the hardest one. I did it twice, but that's not the one I've got right now. Anyways, the way you move the ceiling tiles is by moving the ones on the floor. Anyways, now that I've got it all set up, you can see it's going to run through the floor. It's going to go around the side, and then it's going to come back through the ceiling. It goes up, around, go back through, and it's going to go back to the beginning. Only after I've got it all set up, I'm going to set this up, and I'm going to jump off the puzzle. The reason is, as soon as the puzzle completes, the floor breaks. Okay, first things first, let's go get the extra loot. To be honest, I don't think that this is actually worth the XP unless you really know the puzzle really fast and you can do it. Takes you a minute. Yeah, for a minute's worth it. And over here, this is a section we mentioned before. I said there was that valve that we pulled underwater. This is what it does. It fills this area up with water. There's all these spikes over here, and if you pull that valve, it fills it up with water so you can swim. That will allow you to open up this door and get some more loot. Also that breakable, if you want to go for the XP for the breakables. You accidentally climbed up the wrong side, but no big deal. And that's it. Now we can go talk to the NPC and finish this quest. that was that. That's Dream Conspiracy. Anyways, there's a few more things I want to show off, so don't click off yet. I'm going to show you what happens if you don't pull that valve underwater, and how to get around it so you don't have to go back and get it. Albar here, just for one moment. I want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching the videos, hitting like and subscribing. We've just passed the 200 subscribers, so thank you very much for everybody. I really appreciate it. It means everything. If you guys don't support the channel, then I cannot continue on, and every time you guys leave nice comments and stuff, it really means a lot to me, so thank you very much. Okay, here I am again. If you jump down and you didn't pull that lever, as you'll see, this entire area does not have water in it, just the spikes. Now you will not be able to catch this ledge and open this door. Also, if you don't have evasion, you jump down here, you're going to be dead. But still, if you jump down from the top and you time it right, you can start opening the door as you're falling, and you can open it. My jump stinks, so I'm going to have to climb back up and jump down to get through the door. Now, even after all of this, once you get inside, you will not be able to get your way up because you just don't jump high enough. So this is why it's very important to, well, not to forget that extra switch, especially if you're planning to go for this chest. If you're not going to do the puzzle, you won't be able to get here anyways. So if you don't, then you come down here, you might soft lock yourself because you won't be able to even talk to the NPC. Luckily, if you got some jump, you can get out, and also you can technically, here, if you got a good enough jump, you can get up onto this pipe, and from here you can get to the chest. Anyway, so even if you did forget it, if you got a good jump, you can still get it. It's not a big deal. Yep, that's it. Well, if you've benefited from this guide or enjoyed this walkthrough, I would appreciate it if you would hit like and subscribe. Thank you. Now, you might want to check out some of the other videos I made. See you there. Aldbar out.